Hi, my name is Vance Williams out of Seattle, Washington, and I'm glad that you tuned in with me today. I've been a currency trader for 14, 15 years, and I've worked with tens of thousands of traders all over the world during that time. Shared a lot of ideas, but I'm really excited about this project because it's so much easier than anything that I've ever taught anyone to do before. And one of the reasons for that is because it's an emerging technology, kind of like maybe being on board with the internet in maybe 1992. So it's coming, and the more you look at it, the more you'll see that. So that's pretty exciting. This video, I'm making this video and doing some other work because I really want to help people who have an interest learn to use crypto safely and make profit, because that can be very exciting, and especially if you're early on, you can get some big returns. And so I'm hoping to help a lot of you get very comfortable, start small, and then maybe grow it into something more meaningful. When it comes to risk, what I always teach traders, try to teach them a little bit of perspective, like, for example, is it risky to trade the lottery? Well, it is if you bet your paycheck. If you go buy, spend your whole paycheck on lottery tickets, yeah, that's very risky. But it's not risky to buy a dollar ticket, right? So try to always remember that the risk is equal to the money that you're putting in. So this is a new market. There's a lot of things that you won't be familiar with. They'll be new to you. And so I think it's really important that one of the ways that you manage risk is to start very small and get familiar with the whole system. And then as you learn more, then you can comfortably take more risk. Another question that I get asked all the time is, don't people hack into computers and steal Bitcoin all the time? Well, they used to. But what most people don't know is the Bitcoin chain, the network itself, has never actually been hacked. So the way it works, if you just imagine for a minute that you logged into your bank account, like one of mine's Wells Fargo. So I log in, and what do I see? Debit, credit, debit, credit. It's a ledger, right? Well, that's really what the blockchain is. If you go to blockchain.info, what you'll see is ledgers going all the way back to 2009. And you can go back and look at the very first transaction if you have the patience to do that much clicking. But it's very transparent, and it's never been hacked. Now, when money is stored in that ledger, the reason why it can't be hacked is because it's distributed. The account that you have at Wells Fargo is in a centralized location, but on, say, a decentralized ledger like Bitcoin, it's not in one spot. It's on tens of thousands of computers. So if you had some young genius hack into 4, 5, 10 of the computers, he changes the code and he goes, the money's mine. Well, when he goes to get it out, he can't get it because the other thousands of computers say, well, that's not the copy of the ledger that we have, so no, transaction denied. So the money's there, secured in the network, and the way that you access it, let's say that you had $100 stored within the network. The network then gives you what's called a private key, and with that key, you can control money in and out. I want to send $5. Somebody's sending you into the public side, going to send you money, and it's just a ledger, but that private key controls the ledger. So protecting that private key is the most important thing. So the hacking that you've heard about is mostly where traders have had their private keys stored on exchanges, and the exchanges, maybe because of tremendous demand and fast growth, they weren't handling it very safely. The hackers would take advantage and exploit those weaknesses and steal those private keys off of the exchange. So always remember that the decentralized aspects of it are very good. The dangers are present with the centralized operations. And this would be things like Google, Equifax, remember that, Target, these are all centralized services. If that data was decentralized, it never would have been hacked. But those are the good days ahead. So in the next segment, I'm going to start talking to you about how we safely store these private keys, and it's evolved so much. I use multiple wallets, and really, even though I was concerned early on, because it was a significant amount of money, very quickly I got very comfortable, and I have no concerns at all now. So hope to help you get that level of comfort as well. So thank you for tuning into the first video.